Can you picture the world's most sacred city, home to centuries of faith, suddenly trembling on the edge of a chilling revelation? It's Easter Monday, a day usually filled with hope and renewal. But in the heart of Vatican City, as news breaks of Pope Francis's death, a shadow creeps silently through the marble corridors. Behind those ancient walls, a squad of investigators uncovers something so horrifying, so unthinkable, it threatens not just the legacy of a single man, but the very soul of the Church itself. Just before we unravel this shocking tale, make sure to smash that subscribe button and tap the bell. You won't want to miss a second of what's coming next. The morning air around St. Peter's Square was abuzz with pilgrims, their prayers blending with the peal of bells. No one suspected what was transpiring behind the scenes. At 7:35 a.m., the Vatican's official channels somberly announced the passing of Pope Francis at the Domus Sancti Marthi, his home and sanctuary. Cardinal Kevin Farrell, stoic and controlled, addressed the world with a message of grief and dignity. But beneath the surface, a different narrative was unfolding, one that would turn hallowed ground into the epicenter of an international nightmare. Why did an elite team of forensic specialists, independent of Vatican security, slip quietly into the Pope's private residence mere moments after the announcement? What rumors had reached the ears of authorities, prompting such a swift and secretive response? These were questions that even the most seasoned Vatican insiders were too afraid to ask aloud. The answer, when uncovered, would shake them to their core. The team's path led to a hidden chamber, shielded by advanced security measures even high-ranking clergy couldn't bypass. What could possibly require such secrecy? And why was it so fiercely protected? As investigators breached the final lock, their senses were assaulted by a scene straight out of a nightmare. Rows of refrigeration units not meant for food or flowers, but for something infinitely more macabre. Surgical instruments lay meticulously arranged, stained by a truth that could not be washed away. But the most harrowing discovery awaited within cold, clinical silence. Lifeless bodies, men, women, even teenagers, stripped of their humanity, reduced to mere vessels for a grisly trade. Each corpse told a story of suffering and greed, their organs harvested with chilling precision. Was this the work of a single madman? Or was there a network, a conspiracy hidden beneath the vestments and rituals of the highest order? Within hours, whispers of the operation began to seep from the cracks of the Vatican's tightly controlled facade. Reporters caught glimpses of hurried officials and red-eyed clerics. Denials came quickly, claiming these were tragic deaths of refugees. But leaked photos told a different story. The marks of surgical extraction, the cold glow of industrial refrigeration. What was the Vatican hiding, and how long had this darkness festered beneath the sacred marble? The world reeled. In South America, the Pope's homeland, vigils turned to protests. European media wept openly, their anchors struggling to process the scale of betrayal. Across the United States, conspiracy theorists claimed vindication while the faithful wrestled with a new and horrifying reality. Could the Church, which had survived so many scandals, withstand this one? What does it mean for faith when the supposed guardians of morality are implicated in the ultimate violation of life itself? As night fell, the Vatican became a fortress besieged by suspicion and outrage. The College of Cardinals, only hours removed from mourning, now faced a crisis of existence. Who could be trusted? Old alliances crumbled, and new accusations flew like daggers in the dark. Evidence pointed not to a lone wolf, but to an organized, well-protected operation with roots that stretched into the highest echelons of church hierarchy. How deep did this rot go? Was even the Pope aware? Or was he another victim, silenced before he could act? While investigators mapped secret tunnels, unearthed coded ledgers, and traced financial transactions to shadowy international accounts, the world watched in horror and disbelief. The Pope's final days, once seen as peaceful, now seemed fraught with secrets, whispers, and fear. Was he trying to stop what was happening? Or was he powerless, caught in a web woven long before his time? And as the sun set on Easter Monday, one question lingered above all others. Would the truth finally set things right? Or would it destroy everything the Vatican had ever stood for? Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because what comes next will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about faith, power, and the secrets we hide.